increase the debt in the next 10 years. Any surprises in this new estimate?
Well, the number of people who are estimated to lose health insurance is now 11 million people when you look at all of the provisions relating to Medicaid as well as
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. Man, 11 million people possibly to lose so-called health benefits. Then you got the rumors of the Ww3, Israel, Iran, Babylon the Great, and Iran. Then you got the ICE agents. Man, this don't look like a time of peace through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. If you're not naive, all right, and you can deal with reality, this is what we have been warning our people from, you so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, to repent. Hey, this is the end of the world, man. All right, this is the end of Babylon the Great. This is the end of Esau Edom's wicked rulership upon the earth. This is the end of his dominion over the Israelites. And you see all the jankiness that's taking place. It is unprecedented and unbelievable, the amount of crap, all right, that's taking place upon this earth right now. And at this time, man, I'm looking at these comments on these videos when all these issues come out. 90% of the comments are against the leaders of Babylon the Great. And that's why the Lord taught us about Egyptian against Egyptian, man. In second Esdras, the people not regarding the kings nor princes, man, and we see exactly why. The Lord said he's gonna pour his spirit upon all flesh in these last days, and he's doing just that. Even these freaking Edomites, man, to the point where they're saying their own people don't have their best interests at heart, man, or at hand. I don't know, heart, hand. They see how janky their own people are, and guess what? It's getting ready to go into complete chaos, man. We're just really, honestly, man, we're one decent event away from complete chaos. You see the riots or the protests, quote unquote, and you know, we don't too much. We're circumspect concerning these protests that pop up in Babylon the Great. We really don't believe shit these people tell us, man. But one thing we do believe, or the only thing that we do believe, is prophecy. What Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua has taught us. And we know that these people are janky. We know that they'll lie. We know that they'll have crisis actors, etc., etc. So we really don't care, you know, who's lying, who's doing what. Long as, you know, the conflict ensues, as long as the war pop off, it does not matter, man, how the Lord does it, man. But it means that the Wadi Haba Hashem Hahushai, we seem to have the more sure word of prophecy through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Hahushai, man. So now is the time to wake out of sleep. Now is the time for us, to come out of that slumber, come out of that stupidity, come out of that weakness, that extreme weakness, especially, you know, for our women, you know, that extreme weakness. We're all gonna fall short into the end, man. All right, we're never gonna be able to do enough for Yahweh Shema Shah and what they deserve, but put forth that decent effort, all right, and come out of, you know, that sin, man. And that's what we try to teach our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. All right. We'll start at the book of Isaiah 29 and verse 13. And again, it's all just, even I just brought that quick little news article, and it came out like 2 weeks ago, about people losing their health benefits because everything is getting ready to be in jeopardy. And they're doing this by design, just like the whole ICE agents, motherfucker. And I spoke on this, you know, a couple weeks ago through the spirit. Like, dude, they allowed those people to be brought in. Do we not remember, or was we not watching when they were bringing all these so-called foreigners into Babylon the Great? Why were they allowing that? They allowed that so they could have a reason to snatch people up out of here, man. Now the reason, I don't know, man. I don't know what Esau Edom got going on, man, because hey, the less people he got here, the easier it is to be invaded. So you know that's that. But Basically, this man done caused the problem and he want to come with the solution. So he done caused the problem. Like this man hasn't known that there were quote unquote illegal aliens in the United States, man. And then on top of that, again, they done brought these people over there or allowed these people to come over here by the busload, by the plane loads, by the by the gang, whatever. However they got over here, it was amazing. But how quick we forget that all these foreigners, so called, were just coming over here from Africa, China, and now all of a sudden these ICE agents, are rounding people up, and not those people. I mean, yes, some of those people, but again, that was the reason or the justification for Esau Edom to come in like a madman, sparing none, all up at the damn school, all up at the damn on the damn farm, all right, all up at the job site, snatching people the hell up. That boy, I don't know how to say his name, Kobe Lame, I guess, something like that. But the nigga that's always just on camera making stupid faces, little, you know what I mean, and making a killing, or so he was. He done got the hell up out of here. They done got him up out of here. So they not playing, man. This was never about those so-called illegal immigrants. This is the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah as it relates to the end of the world, man. So, this is Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore the Lord said, for so much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. Yeah, Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen nations have taught us the lack of fear towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The only thing that these folks have taught us was a desire of an idol. It wasn't no true fear. It wasn't that the Lord creates evil, as well as good, of course. We didn't teach these things. It's because, the fear or the lack thereof towards Yahweh Bahashim Awashah was taught by the precept of men. And that's the state that a lot of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, remains in to this very day, remaining in that spirit that was given unto them by men, man, remaining into the doctrine that was given to them by wicked men upon the earth, man. So they didn't take heed to the warning. They don't believe in the fear of the Lord. They don't believe in the great tribulation. They don't believe because these motherfuckers, and I'm talking about the Hebrew Israelites here in the United States, the so-called United States, Babylon the Great, biblically, our people are settled on their leads, man. Here we are at the end of the world on the finally. It's looking like it's really possibly, I don't, I'm not, I believe in prophecy, but the Lord has his will as it relates to his timing. So we never really know if we do feel like it'll happen in our lifetime, but we don't know if the Lord will take us off the earth specifically, before then. So we don't know, when exactly these things are going to take place, but it's looking like finally this could be, the catalyst. This whole Iran versus Israel thing could be the catalyst to World War III. All right, and this is what we're warning our people. Hey, the third World War III is on the horizon, man. And like I say, wake me up when the bullets start flying, because they all, but it's the other Lord, but they always pump faking. Esau, this ain't the first time that we done had these conflicts with Iran or conflicts with Israel then arose. Every time it crank up, it shit always die down. So I don't know. But I believe in prophecy. I believe in the words of Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah. Lord willing, hey, this is it. There's rumors of wars preceding the Lord's second coming. That's in Matthew 24th chapter. Matthew 24. And we'll start at verse 4. After Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, after Yahushua's disciples ask him what shall be the sign of his coming, his second coming. The Lord answered him in verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So make sure that no man don't trick you. All right. For many shall come in my name, come in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, saying, I am Hamashiach, which means messenger, and shall deceive many. So there's going to be false teachers, false prophets. These are things that the Lord taught his men, all right? And these things were things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, all right? So the Lord taught his men and us, all right, the events preceding his second coming, and one was false teachers and false prophets. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. There's been wars, man. Since since the beginning of time, there's been conflict, bloodshed, wars, nation against nation, man. We're at the end of this thing, though, man. And now we're hearing the rumors of a World War III. We're hearing the war drums being beaten by all these nations, man. Everybody, do we know how quick we forget when your boy Trump was going back and forth with that boy Kim Jong-un, if I said his name right, the so-called leader of North Korea. You know what I mean? Back and forth with him, and your boy Trump been shot some missiles out somewhere. I did a video about it. I don't forgot, but it's been just so much stuff that has transpired to promote this World War III. This gotta be it, man. So, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, man. All right, that's that World War III. But not only that World War III, but in the midst of these nations, especially here in the so-called melting pot, which is the United States, Babylon the Great, as the Bible refers to it as. You got this melting pot of nations, man. Guess what? They're gonna go at it, man. All these other nations, man. And then with the ice agents coming, like the Lord say, hey, man, shall paraphrase and shall return into their own land, man, before this war start. That's why you see and hear, hey, there's ice agents getting people, but there's also a lot of so-called foreigners or aliens, illegal aliens, that's getting the hell up out of here, man, because they don't want to be snatched up. Who knows what's really happening to these people? They're getting the hell out of here and going back to where they came from, man. This is all biblical. All right. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against. So there'll be so-called, race wars and race riots, race against race. But the Bible doesn't speak about race. The Bible speaks about nations, nationality. All right. So nations is going to go at it within these nations, as well as, the powers that be, the Middle East versus the West versus the East, i.e. the World War III. It's already been two. Why are people so naive to think that it won't happen again? It's because they're comfortable for the most part. They're so comfortable taking their girl trips, taking their trips, watching their fucking games. And that's the spirit that's upon a lot of Jakes right now, talking about the damn playoffs and the finals. Who the hell cares? Y'all look ridiculous. Nobody cares. That shit is dead. We've all played sports. We liked it. It's fun. It's folly. It could be good, clean fun. But for a grown ass so-called black man or so-called brown man to be just overly indulged in this stupid shit, who cares? You like a F boy at that point, man. Yeah, and you know what I mean by F boy. All right, it's like you're obsessed with men. That's why, hey, the Lord talk about, or the scriptures speak about, which is Yahweh Shema Shai, speak about, people being worshipers of the creature more than the creator. People are obsessed, especially the woman, all right, and the child. But we're not supposed to be women and child. We're supposed to show ourselves as men. But people are obsessed with the creature. That's why people always, what y'all call it? What's society call it? Roasting. You can't come out the house and just mind your business without getting absolutely roasted by your own people. If you come out the house on some humility, you're getting roasted. What are those? Niggas is pointing at your shoes. Oh, your hair fucked up. You ain't got no edge up. Oh, them braids is ugly. Oh, you know what I mean? Just they'll just fire you up, man. It's because they settled on their leads. It's all about vanity, vanity, vanity. They have no fucking clue on what's happening. Call all y'all by Shema Shah, because it's the will of the Lord that he blinded some of these people, man. And hey, it's almost time, man. It's almost time. And let me see here. There's so many precepts to talk about our people. Good gracious. I mean, we can stay in Isaiah. Right. Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people. Our people are rebellious. You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, lying children, you're a bunch of liars. All right, that will not hear the law of the Lord whatsoever, not putting forth a decent effort at all. The Lord, we could never be perfect serving how unless the Lord put that spirit upon us. And it wasn't prophesied for us to be perfect. It was, however, prophesied for certain individuals, 1/3 of the nation of Israel, to put on as the Lord's hopeful elect. So we're going to repent. We're going to fast often. We're going to be in a meek and humble spirit through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Everybody else, all right, is in a totally different spirit. Verse 10, which say to the seers, all right, and who are the seers? The prophets, okay? See not, all right, so they're telling the seers, hey, don't see what you see. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Don't tell us the right thing. Don't tell us the truth. Speak unto us smooth things. Talk about that prosperity gospel. Let us sit up in these synagogues and turn to our neighbors. Let us sit up in these synagogues and say, won't he do it? Yes, 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 yes. All praises, right? Because, a lot of us come from that shit. I'm really traumatized at this point, being in this truth, seeing what the Lord delivered me from, being up in that harlot house with all them so-called black women up in there, calling themselves bishop, pastor, etc., etc., praise dancing, fucking church, what's it called, the church announcements, man. And then the so-called pastor give his motivational speech, get all that money, and then they bunk out Sunday through Sunday or Saturday through Saturday, whenever they, it's ridiculous. That's our people, rebellious, lying, that want to hear all that smooth shit. All right, prophesy deceits, man. So that's the spirit that the majority of our people come in. They don't like to hear the harsh reality that is their reality. All right, the fact that we're in captivity to this very day. That's why we teach our people through the spirit. This is not your rest, Jacob. Wake the hell up. These people are janky to the point where even Esau, Edom's own people, are saying that he ain't shit, that he's wicked, that this is sinister, that something ain't right. We could be living much like if Esau Edom had an ounce of righteousness in his body, this whole damn earth could be prospering to the point where nobody would have to work. We could build fucking machines and robots to do, the hard labor for us. We wouldn't have to worship money. All right. The earth would, produce at its full strength. But it's not, especially here in Babylon the Great. These so-called United States was just getting ready to be, Lord willing, invaded. All right. All that. All right, Lord willing, the Lord send troops over here to invade this raggedy motherfucker. I'm absolutely sick of it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah. Absolutely exhausted. The scriptures speak about the saints being worn out. Hey, that's a spirit. Because why? Wisdom driveth a wise man mad. We're wise enough to see the wickedness that is this earth, and we don't agree with it at all. And it's vexing us out because we can't. We're not Yahweh Shema Hawashah. This is the will of the Lord, and we can't press the go button. That has to be pressed by Yahweh. All right, by Hashem Yahawashah. So it's vexing. We're stressed. We can't deliver ourselves out of the situation that we're in, man. So we're vexed to be able to call upon the Lord. And that ain't no light thing, to be able to sincerely call upon the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Just that alone puts you light years ahead of these fools, nigga. Light years ahead of these fools, man. Because it's an unbelievable amount of things that's going on upon the earth right now. But it's time, man. Lord willing, this is it, man. The saints have cried out. Lord willing, the Lord's hopeful elect is sealed. It's time to get into this next phase. It's time for us to show forth the things that we have taught these people via faith. This is the exciting part. This is the admin part of it. We're getting ready to go to the practical phase of this truth, man. Depending on Yahweh Shema Shai, being on the move, possibly getting locked down, possibly getting tortured, beat, all of that, split up from your family, etc. Hungry, not knowing where your next meal is coming from, not knowing how you gonna provide yourself with shelter. All these things are about to become an issue, man, and it's gonna affect you fucking Israelites that have been playing around the most. And then secondly, you Edomites, and then the rest of you heathen nations, man. You Edomites that have been living high off the hog. Hey, but it was the will of the Lord that this was y'all kingdom. But the thing about it is, Esau, Edom, you're very naive. You're very naive and you don't know what time it is. You don't know that your nation is wicked. You don't know that your nation is about to get their ass handed to them. You know? You don't know you about to be brought low, just like the Israelites have been brought low. You don't know that you're about to go into captivity, but you can't blame Yahweh Shema Shai and the prophets because we told you that to your face through the Spirit. You're going into captivity. You're wicked. And again, for you low-level Edomites, if you don't agree with what your leader is doing, then you rock with us. The best way that you can do. I mean, you can't do what we do, but you can denounce your nation. If you really, really rock with the way that Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai and his people are, then you rock with them and you denounce your nation. The hell with my Edomite brothers and sisters. I'ma submit to these Israelites. I'm not going to mock and scoff them because they're telling the truth. I'm not going to mock because they're saying, hey, that salvation is only for Israel. Do you not know that the rest of these nations are going to be here on the earth during the time of our reign for all eternity? Did you not? You know what? You don't know that. You err not knowing the scriptures. You think we're going to be up in the, I mean, you know what they taught us. All right. So it's just time, man. It is time. Matter of fact, my favorite precept, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, started verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. So there was a time that our people were lost. There was a time that the Lord let us really, really be hung from trees. And guess what? There's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. And that's what we're getting ready to go into. And then it's going to be the end of it. All right. But don't deny the power thereof. Don't deny what the Lord said. There's going to be a great tribulation. There's going to be Jacob's trouble. There's going to be hardship. All right. Things are going to drastically change. The internet is going to go fucking by Lord willing, because, oh man, our people need it, especially the woman. I cannot wait. You know, we use this just like everybody else. But when it's time to disconnect from this earth, this wicked ass shit completely, we're gone. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Fuck the internet, fuck a house, fuck a car, you know, fuck a wicked ass woman, fuck a wicked ass out of order child. We getting the hell up out of here. We be out there in the wilderness or locked down. It's pretty much two options, you know. This gonna happen to either we gonna be on the run or they gonna come and get us at some point and we gonna be locked down and the Lord shall be en route. You know, once you see the enemy come in like a madman, spare none, you better believe through hope, all right, faith, that the Lord's en route, that Yahweh and gave the command, and the Lord's getting ready to crack this ram, and every knee is getting ready to bow, man, to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And verse 2, a time to be born, a time to die. We're getting ready to come into a time where a lot of people are about to get up off the earth, man. All right. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Lord willing, we're of that hopeful elect, hope of that, those hopeful first fruits, and it will be plucked up by Yahweh Shai. All right. And not burned up with the rest of these wicked ass people. A time to kill coming into that time, in that time now. All right. A time to heal. Only, you know, the remnant of the nation of Israel can receive that healing. A time to break down and a time to build up, man. A time to weep and a time to laugh. Boy, oh boy, this is a big one. It's pretty much the whole point, because our people think it's a time to laugh, play, watch fucking sports all day and not serve the Lord. I always say this. Nothing's wrong with watching sports, Jacob. All right. But if you a grown ass man of our nation and you know more about stats and sports and you know nothing pertaining to this Bible, how you're supposed to be as it relates to what the Lord said, you're out of here, you clown. And you're going to be a clown, you're going to be a clown until Yahweh Shema Shai and his hopeful elect for all eternity. We're going to remember that you was a clown, LeBron, that you didn't do shit for our nation but entertain these white folks, boy. You ain't no king, boy. We all can put a ball through a hoop. Who the hell is you to be making damn near billions of dollars in our captivity? You niggas is not in captivity. You niggas isn't suffering. There's a lot of people, like, how we in captivity, and so many of our, that's why they're so puffed up. That's why they're so prideful, because they don't live like they're in captivity. They don't see the harsh reality of it. But guess what? This is why the Lord put out these warnings, because he's going to smack them in their head. Gonna smack them in their face. All the shit that come out they wicked ass mouth, right? Yahweh Shema Shai getting ready to smack them straight in it with reality. Nigga, this is not your motherfucking rest. Who the hell is you, little boy? your little bodies, right? This creature worship. We're like, what till we get those glorified new bodies and see how big they are compared to these and how, perfect they are. These people worshiping these little bodies. Jake get a little bit of muscle mass, right? Go crazy. Want to walk with his shirt off. Women want to worship him for a little bit of muscle mass, right? And do we need to talk about a little bit of fat on a woman's backside or her breast and how she gets worshiped and put upon a pedestal? Creature worship. People are obsessed with the creature. That's why, how we got into this motherfucking predicament. Because men of our nation were worshipers of the creature, not the creator, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So we put these damn women on a pedestal. Now look at us. They running the fuck over us. And the Lord's getting ready to put an end to all this, man. Call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Ww3 is on the horizon. You wicked Israelites better repent. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.